gonna have to find a place to sit down. Blum, blum. Okay, go sit down. Oh, hi, good morning. All right, well, you're gonna have to find a place to sit down. Not right there. Okay. Good morning, everyone. All right, I'm here with all the dogs. Here's Lacey Lou because Ari, I don't have the ability to get them out of here. So, Lacey, go get him. Go get him. Go get him. So you'll have to bear with me while I attempt to juggle. So there's nobody here to help me with keeping dogs away. All that. All that. Hey. I told him, be a good boy, no barking. So now Lacey and him are fighting on the bed. So the last time we did this was on a Saturday night. My husband was downstairs, so they all laid with him and all that. And Cookie's just staring at me over here. But it gave me the opportunity to go get some other crystals to include in our work today. So this morning, I thought we could take a look at the election, the midterms, like a midterm debrief. And then if anybody wanted a live healing, reading healing for themselves or their child, or for themselves or their child, basically. We wouldn't do a reading on, like say your husband without his permission. And if you remember, what happens is if you send $15 either through Venmo, you can see at the bottom of the screen there, it gives the address, the Venmo, or to Zelle, and I put the Zelle, my email, it attaches to, and then I'll see that come through. No, guys, I'll see that come through, and then we'll do the reading, and then I'll do the reading, and then we do a grid, and I'll lay crystals on the grid for you, and then I'll take a picture and send you the picture of the grid either through the Facebook comments or whatever. I also want to mention that I cannot really see the comments until after. Now there is some like chat feature on here. I'm going to just chat overlay. I don't know how to do it, so I'm going to take that away. I don't really know how to do that, so I probably had to pay for like a bigger account in order to see the chat while I'm doing this. I'm through this system called Restream. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And welcome to anybody who's on live, but also those of you that watch the recording later. So let's just start out, connect to the Crystal Kingdom. So we'll take an inhale and an exhale. 2 more of those. Inhaling in. Exhale. One more, inhaling in and exhaling out. I want you to imagine a clear quartz crystal. If you need, like this. So imagine this clear quartz crystal. Connect your energy and inhale the frequency of the crystal in. Exhale to integrate. Inhaling in, receive the crystal quartz. Exhale to integrate. And one more. Inhaling in. Exhale to integrate that in. So by integrate, we mean like settle it into all the cells. Okay. So connecting to the crystal kingdom for any kind of guidance, answers, any healing, bringing in those frequencies. And that crystal kingdom, if you remember what I said last time, that is an expression of the divine, an expression of God. So it is not something that is separate or less than. It is emanating God's frequency through the medium of crystals, specific frequencies for different crystals bring forth. All right, so I'm going to tune into the midterms. It's not all said and done yet. Things changed overnight and things are not all the way reported or counted yet. So we can't really see fully what the full outcome is of the midterm. Likely, wherever you live, you have some thought, some impact of how people voted around you and some thoughts and opinions about that. I live in California and I have very strong thoughts and opinions about that. In fact, what's interesting is in my county, Riverside County, we've had the same House representative, Ken Calvert, for as long as I've lived here, forever, over 20 years. He is as constant in this, this area as the Chick-fil-A down the street at the crossings. And then he's like getting his butt whooped by somebody that we've never even heard of. So I don't know. I won't go into that specific one. I'll do that for myself later. But likely there's these issues in different areas that surprise you, and you're like, how could that be? So I want to look at the midterm as an overall energetic field of energy, and then feel into what exists there that we need to know about. So, and listen, like I said, if you just joined in, I have 3 dogs around me. So a little grace with barking and moving. And I see Lisi looking out the window like she's on high alert, but looks like everybody else is sleeping. So Lisi, let's go night-night. Yeah, let's go night-night. She looked at me. She's so cute. All right, so let's imagine the field of energy that is the entirety of the midterm election. Every state, every candidate, everything, and everybody that voted, but let's look at the first layer, which is the candidates and the election there. So I want to see if I can sense and go into, and also see if the Crystal Kingdom has through anything that they want me to focus on. So there's a couple crystals they're wanting me to grab just to help me tune in. The citrine. So feel into the citrine. Sorry, want to make sure you can get the color. Citrine. And the lapis. There's the lapis that I use for healing. All of these crystals that I have are if you want to think of them like they signed up for healing. Okay. So here we go. We're holding those. So that concept of two, wings of this two wings of the same bird keeps coming up. And in the field, I see some blackness, like nefarious activities. And then in other parts of the field, I see a lot of white light, like the clear quartz, like not to judge, like, oh, if you voted this way, this is the light. If you voted this way, this is the dark. That's not what I mean. I mean, underlying manipulative forces versus the light, divine will, divine providence, divine truth. And then there's some that I see as super muddy, like people were trying really hard to be like of divine truth, but then there was infiltration that. I feel there's a lot of good of this election, a lot of truth, more truth than deception. But there is deception too. And so what I want to tune into is the deception, is that cheating? Yes. Is that manipulation through media? No. Interesting. What else is the deception? So what I'm getting is it's about 20% deception, about 20% muddy, like a mixture of light and deception, and then the 60% light and divine truth. So wherever you may be, maybe you feel like, yes, my voice was heard. Your area may be more in this divine truth, whereas some areas are looking around going, this is all wrong, right? And then others are like, it's so confusing because there's this, but then there's also that, and those are the trickiest, because that's where you get somebody that like your candidate gets in, but then another one that it makes no sense. So one particular race to me that I'm surprised about, that it has a lot of national attention, is the Oz Fetterman in Pennsylvania. And look, I don't like either one of them. Like if I lived there, I'd be like, well, I have to vote for Oz because I'm not going to put this guy in. But I don't like Oz either because I see him like as a sellout during all the vaccine stuff. That's my personal opinion. But I would have voted for him, if I lived in the state. Sometimes what is it? The lesser of two evils. And I'm not saying Oz is evil, whatever. When you know stuff, and you see it, and you can spot these things. And so, but I want to know, where does that race fall within? Is it the muddy or is it the dark and nefarious? I get that it's both. There's both action. It's muddied up, and also there's a lot of darkness in there. And where is the manipulation? Yeah, I actually believe there's cheating over there. That's what I'm getting. That over in Pennsylvania, again, that there's cheating in those elections. They called it for Fetterman, but still the numbers still look a little funny. But what actually is coming forth more than that is that guy himself. There's something, I know he had the stroke and he's recovering and all that. Beyond that, though, there's something really off energetically. And he's falling over in this dark area, like energy within him. So let's see if there's anything that is if he takes that office, is he healable? Everybody can be healable, right? But is he healable from that darkness? Yes. So I get that he's fully controlled, and almost, because a lot of people did vote for him. Let's see, the percentage of manipulation is maybe 5% manipulation, which is a lot, when you get these like right down to the edge wire races. 5% is a lot to manipulate in the vote. He has sold himself, basically. And that's why, because a person that of real, true honor and ethics that wants to serve would say, you know what, I had this stroke and I am not really like in the ability to do this job in the way that it should be. So let me put it on hold and I'll run when I'm better. I'll run in 6 years or whatever. Ethical people would do that, right? And that says something. But everybody says if you get into politics, you're probably not ethical anyways. I don't believe that, because I believe that there's a lot of people that go into politics because they want to get other people out and do something really good for their community, for their state. Yeah, but not everybody's like that. All right. So let's do a grid for the to bring energy in to allow the darkness to be exposed from the election. Like I said, it's about 20% and 20% kind of mix and match. Any and all darkness or muddiness, let truth, divine truth, be exposed. Yes, so let's do a grid for that. First, we're going to bring in amethyst. So imagine amethyst going into that field. Put it right here. Now we've got, another amethyst. Lots of amethyst. This is a lighter amethyst. We are doing a grid for to bring in energy to allow the divine, the darkness to be exposed, any darkness that existed in this election. And we're tracking about 20%, and then a little bit, 20% that's muddy, half and half. A clear quartz point. This is Lemurian quartz. See that? You can see the edges there. Bring that in, divine truth. Bring out the divine truth. Let anything nefarious be fully exposed. Oh, and this is why I had to bring in my other crystals. This citrine, to remind myself, this comes from my personal ones. Citrine. It's not citrine. I don't know what that one is. This one is I think it's an obsidian. We want to ground the energy of truth into our awareness. Let people be able to see. That's the issue, right? When you're presented with truth, you're not always able to see that truth. So you're like, no. Yes. And we ignore it. So we need people to be able to see the truth, understand the truth, receive the truth, and integrate the truth. Yeah. And with love, like, okay, with love, rose quartz. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nishmapapraya Shandaya Niralambaya Tejase. That just came out. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nishpraparchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Let all the truth be exposed. Let all the darkness be exposed, vulnerable. Let all the people be able to receive and understand and see and integrate the truth. Now, what can we humans do? Is there anything that we need to do to facilitate truth being, all the truth, everything being exposed? So let's see what we've got here. Is it about telling people? What is it about? There we go. The shadow. So we brought black obsidian into this field already, but let's make a field for the people. So what this means is that we as a humanity have to work on our shadow stuff, meaning our healing and forgiveness work, our releasing, our surrendering of, old ways, old stuff, old resentments, releasing even from our DNA, anything that our body has taken on that is not of pure divine truth and love. And that is what we do through the shadow work. So what can humanity do to allow truth to be exposed and integrate that truth? You need to work on your shadow. Why are we responding in certain ways? Why do we shut off and not think and just go in a motion of, well, my family always votes this way, I vote that way? Why do we shut off our conscious ability to discern? It's because we have shadow material we don't want to address. We don't want to do the work. It's too hard. It's too hard to do this. A lot of people are doing it, and a lot of people see the truth. If you are one that called yourself woke and haven't repented yet, I call you in and welcome you to do your shadow work of what it is that made you feel like you're better than other people. And that your way is the better, and demanding other people to do things a certain way, to speak a certain way, to have certain words to say. This is not about other people. This is about you and your shadow. Because other people that have done their shadow work, they're just like, well, people are going to do what they want. I wish the best for them. There's a learning process. There's a learning curve. There's no trying to make or force anybody do anything. We want them to, and the best for them, but there is no forcing. There is just a witnessing. If you find yourself struggling to witness, you need to do your shadow work. You need to do the forgiveness. You need to dig in and under the surface into your subconscious, into why you respond in certain ways. So if you are like, when is the truth going to come out, blah, 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 I ask you, instead of to looking outside for other people, look inside for your own truth. Once you look inside for your own truth, then it's likely you can see the truth, the divine truth in the outer world much more efficiently and integrate it. Okay. Let's bring in more energy for that, more frequency for that. Well, while you're doing the shadow work and working on your own stuff, You've got to come into learn self-love. Okay, some of the biggest issues we have right now about people saying you're this, you're calling out racism, transphobia, all this kind of stuff. No, this is about the individual deflecting out their own lack of self-love. You love yourself big and bold enough, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You love yourself big and bold enough, you realize you're perfect. You're perfect as you are. There are no mistakes. God doesn't make mistakes. You're not a mistake. If you were born of rape, you are not a mistake. If you're confused about your gender of birth is not a mistake. You are beautiful and perfect. Shadow. Self-love. Once you are here and in the process of it, you can begin to see truth, see humanity through a different lens. Not a lens of lack or victimhood, but a lens of abundance, light, divinity. If you just joined in, we're doing grids, and we went on a rabbit hole starting at the election to what we need to do as humans in order to allow for the truth of all of this to be exposed. And that's the grid I was just doing right there. Okay. I don't think we have any requests for any live things right now. I'm going to do a healing for one of, hold on. These grids I have right here. Okay. So let's inhale them in. So we've got, I can't really show you. I've showed all the crystals. So I want you to inhale in the crystal energy. Exhale to integrate. Inhaling in. Exhale to integrate. One more. Inhaling in. Exhale to integrate. Okay. I'm going to do a session for a boy named Niles who's struggling right now. And I'll send this to his mama because I don't think she's able to watch right now. All right, so let's see what he needs, what Niles needs. So if you want a reading, you just follow the instructions at the bottom of the little scrolly thing. And we're good to go. All right, so let me welcome in Niles. So let me connect to Niles' energy. So I just feel him kind of really tucking away and like embarrassed, but embarrassed by his behavior and wanting to kind of really introvert and tell everybody, like, go away. His life force energy is a little low, meaning he's not getting a lot of real good energy pumping through his body. He's not taking deep, soothing breaths. He's shallow, up in his chest, breathing, anxious, and in fight or flight. So without doing too much information, on this one, so let's bring in whatever energy we need Niles to help him come into balance. Balance from life force energy, balance from anxiety, balance from that. It's okay to retreat, but also know that you can come. You have balance available to you to come back into being around people versus not being around people. So for Niles, I've got an aura quartz. This is bringing that sort of fractal holographic rebalancing of structures back to him. clear quartz. Light, fill with light, life force energy, powering through, lighting, connecting to the highest divine crystal source. Light, moving, replacing negative thought patterns. Here our big amethyst comes again. Remember, connect to your higher wisdom. Let yourself connect to that high wisdom, especially in times when you feel triggered to respond in a fight or flight manner. Like bring as you start to ease your way into, balance your way back. Ease your way into it and balance your way back. Hi, Lol. Oh, now I can see chatting. I figured it out. Yeah, these are good. So, the amethyst to help with that. I'm doing a little live reading for one of the kids. Okay, so let's see what else Niles needs. Okay, so the next one is aventurine. Right here is our aventurine coming forth. And aventurine, we're putting into the grid, I feel like for smoothness. To smooth out his energy. It's very jagged at times. So he needs this smoothness to allow him to flow into the discernment so that when he feels this urge to respond negatively or aggressively or whatever the response is in fight or flight, it's like muted. It's like take the edge off, right? Like allows him to get his mind together so that he can make a different choice. Yeah. Anything else? Yes, this one. Oh, another amethyst. You know, they're coming in different ways. So like I put the big cluster in there. Here's a tumbled stone amethyst. And they're going to have different like frequencies based on like, you know, they're different stones. So let's put that in there. So that amethyst actually is grounding. That has some grounding properties for him. Amethyst is one that can work in any chakra. Even though we think of it more for like third eye or crown chakra, it can work in any chakra. Notice I had to retrain myself. I used to say chakra, like a lot of people. Oh, this yoga training. Like, no, it's pronounced chakra. So I've retrained myself. So if you see any older videos when you're saying chakra, that's because of that. Okay, so this helps him ground a little bit because all this sort of when he goes, that anxiety energy needs a place to go. Instead of it like fires out, it needs to come down through the body, integrate in, and then it dissipates. It's not anxiety anymore. More grounding, another black obsidian. Well, it was the first time for him. Black obsidian. Bringing that one in. Now, usually with children diagnosed with autism, I don't spend much time. I don't do a lot of grounding with them unless it really comes that they need that, because it's very hard for them to ground their energy and not lose their mind. It's like too hard. It's too much, right? And so I like to have a gentle grounding. And what we've got here is going to do that. It's not going to slam him into like his body where he's fully like, bleh. Because it's very important for many of those children to really have these advanced higher spiritual connections. Oh, we have a friend coming. Hi, baby girl. All right, guys. Here's my Lisi Lou. Oh, you're on video. Yes, you are. And look, this is my girl. Yeah. Give you hugs. And anyways, so we would just want to be mindful of what level of grounding is appropriate for a child that's highly sensitive in that way. Let's see. Does Niles need anything more? No. What does he need? What's over here? Okay. Thank you, Lacey. She looked and I looked. It's this one, huh? It's the smoky quartz. Smoky quartz sweeps up any negative energy, toxic energy, absorbs it, transforms it. Okay, so let's put that in there. Yeah, we're putting them right there okay? All right, so let's see, anything else? No. So let's together imagine a boy named Niles, and let's inhale in the crystals, exhale, send them to him. Inhale in, exhale, Niles gets all that he needs, whatever he needs. Inhaling in, exhale. Now, I also want you to make a statement that if any of these crystals or the things that I said resonate with you for your own journey, that you receive what you need from them too. Right? You too, Lacey. Inhale those in for yourself. Exhale. Integrate. All right. So I'm going to take a picture of this for the mama. And I'll send that to her. No, get off of there. You can't paw the crystals. Take a picture. Okay, we got it. All right. So let's see. Yes, friend. Yes, friend. Oh, okay. We're shaking hands. What are you doing? You can't have them. Okay, help me put them away. And this one. Okay, thank you, Lacey. All right, so let me see if there's any other world topics and or if anybody wants a live reading. I don't see any coming through today. No problem. Let me just tune in to see if there's any other topics that we need to look at that would be fun to look at and beneficial for everybody. Well, there is one thing I wanted to look at. It's kind of something my husband said, and you guys are like, what? And this is one of those, I usually don't do the future stuff, but I'm going to do it just for shits and giggles. If there's the red wave, which it looks like a red puddle, but if there's a red wave and like they get both of the House and the Senate, the Republicans do. That means that Senator McCarthy would be the Speaker of the House and Nancy Pelosi would be out. She'd just be like a regular member in there. Okay, I'm trying to be neutral here. And anyways, and so Lola, I see yours, and so we'll do that in just 1 second. Oh, Lola, send me a note if there's any particular topic that you want to look at. Okay, so anyways, so if he's Speaker of the House, then that means you've got Biden, Harris, and then McCarthy. Well, if both Senate and House are Republican run, then you could impeach Biden, right? And it looks, to me, like there's so much, like pick a topic, like it should be easy. But then you've got Harris in there. Well, there's some people that have said that there's some question of her eligibility to be president. So my husband's like, what if McCarthy, like we actually got a Republican president through that thing. So I just want to look at it really quick, see if that's even a timeline that's available. So remember how looking at future things work? There's many timelines out there. What timeline are we like connecting to where that series of actions is happening? So my husband obviously tapped into some kind of potential timeline. So I'm just going to tap in really quick to see, oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest likely, like 100%, how likely is that timeline? 4. So there's a 40% chance something like that could play out. Okay. So it's something to watch and kind of go, in your mind, like, could that happen? Okay. So let's see if Lola's sent me a note yet. Oh, yeah, send some energy. Oh, wait, no, that's from earlier. Sorry, babe. Let's see. I'm not sure, Lola, if this is what you just sent me or this is what you sent me in the middle of the night. Please send some energy. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to like say this. Oh, here we go. She's doing it. All right. I just want to make sure I get what I'm working on. Yeah, I gave explanation of how the live thing works in the beginning, but if you weren't there in the beginning, then you didn't have that. So yeah, so when you do the Venmo thing, then you put like a question or an issue that you want work on. Okay. So Lola needs assistance on a legal situation, and we needs that help with the attorney being sharp, having all her act together, and all of that. So let me just see if there's any reading with that, anything that comes forth. Oh, there's something. So I'm going to pull a card for that. These are the crystal decks. Okay, so this one's not going to make sense, but I'm going to make sense of it. So this is the crystal chrysolite, and it says sexuality on there. But what I'm taking this to mean is this situation needs, we could call it the sexual energy, but it's like that creative movement. I'm going to try not to be too weird here. Creative, moving energy with oomph and power behind it. Okay, so this situation with the attorney, with the issue, needs that kind of that momentum energy, and the attorney needs that energy too, because I read that other thing that you sent me where the attorney's kind of missing details and like not giving exactly all of this kind of energy that is needed. So it's the kind of energy where you wake up and your purpose is focused and you go. Well, the attorney is like, so this is the energy we need to bring into that. Okay, so even just feeling into that energy, like I start talking different. You see, like I'm all like, yeah, like it is a feminine, powerful energy. There's some masculine in it too, like the get her done kind of masculine energy. The I got the answers and we're gonna get it done. It's a I'm a lover, not a fighter kind of energy, but there is a fight in there too that is like what it is it's not a fighting energy, it's a confidence in manifestation. Like I said it, so it's happening. That kind of feeling. Woo! It's a big energy. So but this particular situation needs that energy. If you have a really important thing, a legal issue, you don't want your attorney like mamby-pamby, like, oh, let me stop and get a Starbucks first. No. Chop, chop. Get the job done. That's what this energy is. Okay. Okay. And then what else does this need? And then we need to even amplify that energy even more. So we're going to put clear quartz into it, amplify that energy. Whoopsie, my husband. Hey, I'm doing a live thing, bud. You can't call me. Okay, let me turn off my ringer. Sorry, that went right into the microphone. Okay, and then now we've got to this is not citrine. This is a golden healer. Golden healer coming into it. And the golden healer is going to come in to this manifesting energy and be like, all right, we're smoothing it out. There's a battle, there's a war, but we're smoothing it out so that people can see, like, oh, this is an option. People that had stuck minds can open their minds and see other possibilities. Yes. Still in the sacral chakra, we've got this one right here. I think is like a red jasper. Jasper? I don't remember. Sometimes I don't remember after a time when they're like ones that are not obvious. But whatever, we need that energy in it. And this also smooths that energy of the chrosoite. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Chrosoite? Yeah, chrosoite. It also smooths that energy, but also what I get is it integrates the energy into all the situations that are attached to this attorney thing. So there's situations that are attached to it. Like other people, the teachers and therapists and other people, exterior people have situations that then this is attached to this situation. So then there needs like a smoothing out of those. That's what that is. And then we're going to bring in a lot of light. Let the highest good be done. And we've talked about what the highest good in the situation is. Let the highest good be done. All right, so here we go for Lola's situation. Let it be. Bringing in this crystal energy, frequencies, our intention, the highest and best resolution, all of the energy needed for the attorney to create those solutions, manifest powerfully the most optimum and best outcome. And Lola, since you're part of that field, inhaling it in, exhale to integrate. Inhaling it in, exhale to integrate. One more, inhaling in, exhale to integrate. Going to take a picture and I will PM you that picture when we're done here. Oh, I could just do it right now. All right, I just sent you that. All right. All right. I want to thank you so much for watching today, whether you're watching the recording or whether you came on live with me. I appreciate it really very, very much. And unless my husband takes me on a date Saturday, we'll come back Saturday night at 5 p.m. Now he's probably watching going, great, I have to take her out on a date. No. So 5 p.m. Pacific time. We just had that daylight savings, whatever. So the actual 5 p.m., whatever that is. California time on Saturday is my next plan. And think about ahead of time how this works with the live readings. And I would love to be able to do more live readings. I hope they're beneficial for the people that have had them. and that you can feel and receive that energy. And yeah, and this is still fun. 2 out of 2 is fun. So if it's not fun anymore, I'm not going to do it. That's my birthday resolution. So, or at least there isn't some joy or some sense of, it doesn't have to be fun, but it could be a sense of satisfaction or completion or purpose. Once that falls away, I'm not doing it anymore. So yeah, so as long as we've got it. All right. Thank you so much. Let's bring hands to heart if you're still with me. The love and the light and divine in me sees and honors the love and the light and divine in you. Namaste. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Take care.